know, something, when we named Steven the starter, we talked to Graham about preparing himself as if he was going to start for a play, you know, and take the mental reps and be ready to go. And he showed a lot of maturity, a lot of selflessness. Did a great job in the first half, rallying the guys himself, talking to Steven to do things. He was ready to go in the second half. He was engaged with the game and certainly did a great job.
What word would you use to describe the victory?
Hey, got to start somewhere. How's that? Got to start somewhere as a pro. And in my 22 years of coaching, I've never apologized for a win. They're not easy to come by in football. And you know, we've got a lot of work to do as a football team, obviously. But I do think we showed some character, we showed some integrity. There are a lot of things went against us. We made a lot of mistakes. We hurt ourselves in a lot of ways, but we never gave up. We kept fighting a good fight, and I'm proud of our guys.
Marquise Jackson looked like he was sparking.
Yeah, he had a great fall camp. You know, we expected him to do that for us, and you know, he's the fastest guy in the field. You know, he's got a chance. We can just give him a crease and give him an opening. He'll go, and he did a good job for us tonight.
What was it like to have
What was what? Like
in the locker room,
determined. You know, I mean, again, I'll say it, it's not about what they do, it's about what we do. And obviously, we hurt ourselves over and over again. So there's no panic. I told our guys, our coaches, going into the game, just keep teaching. We should be better in the fourth quarter than we are in the first quarter. This is a young football team, inexperienced in the system on both sides of the ball. We knew we were going to make mistakes. Probably made a few more on special teams than we probably would. But just keep teaching them, and everything will be fine. That was the approach we took at halftime. So there was no panic by anybody.
What went through your mind in those final seconds when the ball popped out of the pile and Jackson was carrying it?
Oh, no. How's that?
You had a couple fumbles, obviously, in the red zone, and just, you know, what are you trying to do to get that?
Well, it's funny. Nobody in the country practices ball security more than we do. We spend the first 10 minutes on offense in every practice, you know, working ball security drills. And we do stations, we do a county fair. Everybody who carries the ball goes through 4 stations every day where we're carrying the ball, ripping up the ball. So you know, it'll be a learning lesson for us. I think now when we preach ball security, I think they'll appreciate our message.
Carl, the defense had a big interception in the end zone, a big stop on fourth down, just got over. They did contribute.
They were tired. We had some guys who were cramping. We were playing some backups, but they battled. We were very simple defensively. You know, we didn't really know what to expect from their offense, and they stayed in a lot more big personnel than we expected. So, you know, we were limited call-wise a little bit, but our guys did a good job. Heck, we made some dumb errors on defense and assignment for us, but they played hard and they ran to the football. I think they tackled pretty well. That was a great break on the ball down there in the end zone, and they did a great job on the fourth down stop.
Can you tell us a little bit what you had said at halftime, since you were down by 3, but I mean you still had half the game left?
I just said that. I just said, no panic. You know, let's do what we do. Just do what you're coached to do. I mean, my message is never going to change. Just do what you're coached to do. There's nothing tricky, nothing magic. Just do what you're coached to do. Execute, be accountable to your teammates, and let's go out and do a better job.
Before the game, everything you had was obviously in the practice. Now you've got a real legitimate game coming up after your first one. So what are some of the things you're going to try to take out of that? 60 minutes of football.
Well, I said that. I said that to the players. I said our greatest leap as a football team should be between weeks 1 and 2. So we're going to go back as a coaching staff and evaluate the game, see what we do well, see what we didn't do well, see what we want to keep in, see what we want to change, and move forward. And we should make great strides as a football team before week 2. So, you know, we'll spend a lot of time with this game and figure out what we can do.
Is it safe to say that you're going to have a new quarterback under center starting on Tuesday?
I don't answer that question right now. I want to watch a game tape before I name any starters.
It seemed like the tempo really picked up at the end of the third quarter with the offense. Wilbur was moving offense. How big a role do you think that played in the game?
Oh, I don't know if it played a big role. I mean, that's something that we want to do. I mean, unfortunately for us, you know, it goes both ways. And the offense wasn't really moving the ball in the first half. The defense was giving up some first downs. And so your defense starts to get a lot of snaps. And so you don't want to go up-tempo on offense because you don't want to get the defense back on the field too quickly. When we started executing better in the second half on both sides of the ball, you know, that gave us the green light to go ahead and go up-tempo. And I think it helped.
This is your first game as the head coach. Did you have any butterflies going into this first one?
Sure. You know, I have butterflies. But, I don't know, once that opening kickoff happened, it's just another football game.
Carl, what was your frustration level in that first half as you've gone through preseason camp? Did you feel like, it's your first time as a head coach, did you feel like you could have done anything differently in that first half to help guide the team better?
No, I mean, honestly, I prepared them as best I could. And I told our coaches going into the game, and the last thing I said to our coaches before we broke in the coaches' locker room, I said, we have a young football team, we're inexperienced, and we're going to make some bonehead mistakes. Stay patient, teach them through it, you know, encourage them through it, don't panic, and we'll be fine. You know, that was the attitude I took into the game. I tried not to lose my composure. I don't think I did at any point in the game. Tried to keep my head in it, and just tried to keep making smart decisions throughout the game.
Did you feel as if your coaches did the same?
Yeah, I think they did a great job. You know, there's times where, you know, things will get a little heated, but for the most part, I think our guys, you know, stay patient with their guys and just try to teach them through the moments. You know.
Do you feel as if because you were able to do that, that brought about the better performance in the second half?
I think so. I think, you know, I've always said, I always feel like if a coach loses it on the sidelines when you have adversity, I think it gives the players a reason to panic. And I think if you can stay calm as a coach and talk them through it, they'll stay calm. You know, they're going to react, they're going to feed off of your emotions. I truly believe that as a head coach, that, you know, it's my role to provide the calming influence, you know, as we move through the game.
Is that a departure from you from when you were a defensive coordinator?
I think so. I mean, but I'm in a different role now, you know. Maybe I was a little more fiery on the sidelines and you know, as a coordinator, but when my guys were off the field, I didn't have to worry about what the offense was doing at that time. And that's a whole different deal. I'm worried about every aspect of the game and special teams and making sure, you know, everything's going. So I don't really have time to lose my composure. Hey, no one ever told me this was going to be easy, you know, and I didn't think it was going to be easy, and I knew it wasn't going to be perfect the first night. So honestly, you know, bottom line is nothing that happened out there shocked me, you know. I just didn't know. I told you all week I was curious to see how do we respond to the new system on a game day. You know, we didn't respond very well at some points, but we did show character, and we never quit, and that gives us something to build on.
Bringing Wilbur in second half, it made all the difference, it seemed like, in your offense.
It did. I mean, there were reasons that we picked Sweden. One of them was the quarterback run game. And, you know, when you really look at what Wagner was doing defensively, they were stacked in the box, and he didn't really have the quarterback run game anyways going for you. So Brian and I sat down and made a decision to make the change, and it makes me look like a decent coach. But honestly, it was grand bit for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.